Hey there! In this quick tip, I'm going to do some troubleshooting of the most common things to go wrong when creating custom brush tips in Clip Studio Paint, and how to fix them. If you missed my video on how to create custom brush tips, there's a link in the description or in the corner. Problem 1. What if you're searching, but the brush tip doesn't appear? When you register your material, be sure to select the Use for Brush Tip Shape checkbox. You can also double-click on an already registered material in the Materials palette and enable Use for Brush Tip Shape from there. Now the image will be available as a brush tip option. Problem 2. What if your brush isn't painting in the selected color? This happens if the expression color of your layer is set to color rather than gray. Make sure it's set to gray before you register the brush tip. If you've already registered your brush tip as a color image, you'll need to delete it and register a new one in gray. Select this new brush tip for your brush, and you'll now be able to paint using the color you pick. So why does the program let you make color brush tips at all? This is actually a feature you can use to make custom full-color brushes and stamps, which I'll cover in a later video. Problem 3. What if the Use for Brush Tip Shape checkbox is grayed out? Your brush tip must be a single layer and it cannot have any masks, rulers, or guides. If you've got multiple layers or a folder selected, right-click and select Merge Selected Layers. Beware, if you merge a folder, it may switch the expression color from gray back to color, so you'll need to make sure it's set to gray before you register it. If your layer has a mask, simply right-click on the mask and select Apply Mask to Layer. If the layer has any rulers or guides, right-click on the ruler icon and select Delete Ruler. You should now be able to register the image as a brush tip. Problem 4. Are your colors muddy or washed out? Here are a couple possibilities. You may have some gray or white in your original image. This will cause Clip Studio Paint to mix the main and subcolors you have selected. If you have an image with gray in it you'd like to use as a brush, go to the Edit menu and select Convert Brightness to Opacity. This removes all gray and white values, making them see-through instead. You can now register the fixed image as a brush tip. Your colors may also appear strange if the brush you copied uses certain settings. Click the wrench icon to open the Subtool Detail palette. Several brush settings affect how your brush applies color. To disable all of them, first go to Ink and check that the opacity is at 100. Click this button to open the opacity dynamics and make sure everything there is unchecked too. The blending mode should be set to normal, and the color mixing box unchecked. Next, go to Color Jitter and make sure Change Brush Tip Color and Randomize Per Stroke are unchecked. Under Brush Tip, make sure brush density is at 100, and again, click this button to ensure the density is not being controlled dynamically. Finally, make sure the brush you copied from doesn't have a dual brush setup. Click where it says To Brush Shape, not up here, but down here, and uncheck Dual Brush. That should get your colors working as you'd expect. There are a lot of settings as you can see, and I advise playing with them to see the different effects. I'll talk more about them in future videos. That's it for this one. I hope it helped. If you're having another issue with custom brushes in Clip Studio Paint, let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can figure it out. Otherwise, see you soon.